and tapping a little bit again, playing short balls. But the attitude of Kilkenny is first class, and they're really hitting hard all over the field.
Martin Comerford and Diarmuid O'Sullivan might be called aside by the match referee, having got up to talk to his two umpires. You saw the intensity and the way in which Brian Corkin was ushered out over the sideline just moments earlier. And not for the first time in recent big matches, Diarmuid O'Sullivan having to mark Martin Comerford. And the referee looking to isolate one of them for starters. That's Martin Comerford. Well, now is he going to take a name at this stage? Also coming across for a very public word is Diarmuid O'Sullivan. Is it to be a card or just the notebook? Yellow card apiece. First two yellow cards of the game. Warning served up. Any more of that and you could be seeing the sideline for the rest of the game. Sideline cut's been taken there by Tommy Welch down at the other end. Remember what happened down there with Brian Corcoran? It comes back to Joe Dean. Great ball in towards Neil Ronan. Broken down here. Ben O'Connor was the one who was after it as well. Here comes Brian Corcoran. There goes Noel Hickey. Big one out. Owen Larkin has lost his stick. John Gardner entitled to come in there strongly. Larkin had lost his stick that time. It's hurt him. But Gardner was entitled, if the ball was loose on the ground, to go in for it. This is it once again here.
No way, Ger, that's a bad stroke. It's way away from the ball. You know, you can.
In the end, when you look at it in the reprise, it was a bad stroke.
Yeah, he's entitled to go for the ball, but that's a very bad stroke.
Yeah.
And this is the side of John Gardner. I've criticised him before, and I know he won't like to hear it in All Ireland, but he gets involved in silly incidents. Off the ball there, when Comerford and O'Sullivan were being booked, he hit Larkin 2 or 3 jabs off the ball, no need for it. And then there was obviously a little bit of history there, and he pulled a bad stroke.
So the attention is for Owen Larkin at this stage. Ty Crowley is the team doctor. John Gardner could be in difficulty for that one, depending on the referee's view of it all.
Yeah, look, he knew what he was doing. That's a cynical stroke, you know, and like striking with the hurl.
Well, it may well be, as we saw it there in reprise, Michael, but it looks like it's a sideline ball to Cork, because the referee has decided it was a fair game. John Gardner was entitled to go to the loose ball. He obviously didn't see what happened immediately after that. Cut in. Joe Dean contesting there with James Ryle. Still they play around with it there on the 20-metre line. Niall McCarthy trying to get it back to a support player, and the referee saw some holding, and it's going to be a free in for Cork, and a relatively straightforward chance for Cork to get within a point. Notebook was shown there to John Tennyson.
Yeah, it's just taken on a pattern of a lot of Cork matches so far. You know, Cork are just about doing enough, but they're staying in. You know, without playing great, they're still in there. There's only going to be a point in it now. Kilkenny really have, you know, made a much bigger effort at this stage, but Cork very economical as usual.
It's Cork's 5th shot on the target. It's Cork's 5th point, and Joe Dean has got 3 of those, 2 of them coming from frees. 6-5. Well, they may not have done an awful lot, Michael, as you suggest. It's their first score in this game in something like 14 minutes. So still in touch, started well, but then went out of it.
Yeah, we've Martin Comerford now and Shefflin into half forward and Eddie Brennan at full forward. So this is the rotating Kilkenny attack that we're talking about all season.
We'll see how well it works in this particular final. Ronan Curran didn't expect the challenge there of Eddie Brennan. It comes back down once again towards Martin Comerford, out over the sideline, and that's gone for a 65. And they are bemused, but the referee says no. He's said to his umpire that it's a mistake on his part and it's going to be a puck out instead. Barry Kelly had a better view of it, and that's a relief for Donal O'Cusack. Umpire overruled. Puck out to Cork. Under 10 minutes to go to half time. Tight first half. That puck out lands towards Joe Dean. Looking around for a support player. It's Jerry O'Connor coming through to try and tie it up at 6 apiece. Jerry O'Connor's first, all from the puck out. and the teams are level for the 4th time in this All-Ireland hurling final at Croke Park. Dean involved, looking for Jerry O'Connor. There's always a runner coming through from midfield. It's either Kenny or O'Connor. 6-all. Puck out again, aimed towards Martin Comerford, not for the first time. Breaks instead towards Richie Power. John Gardner keeping it away from Aidan Fogarty, holding his footing, striking it down, but only as far as Henry Shefflin looks up, straight at the target. It's on target, it's over, and Kilkenny leads 7-6. Henry Shefflin's got a 5th. 2 of them coming from play. Wonderful contribution as always by Henry Shefflin, but it was that slack clearance by John Gardner under no particular pressure, straight to Shefflin, and he said thank you very much indeed.
Yeah, and he made it look so easy, Jared. I think that's the hallmark of a great player. You know, it looks simple, but you know, great skill under pressure. 5
shots at the target for Shefflin, 5 points. Again, the referee is in.
That's a very bad stroke by Noel Hickey there on Corcoran, completely off the ball again.
And the referee has spotted it. He's very, very vigilant, Barry Kelly. Noel Hickey in some trouble here for striking. He may get more than just the notebook. It's a yellow card. So again, the fullback has been warned. So both number 3s on yellow cards. Joe Dean, he's got 3 so far, just outside the exclusion zone, straight between the posts. Level once again. Who mentioned draws and who mentioned replays? Long way to go. 7-all. James McGarry playing today in his 34th championship match. Huge one down. Again he looks for Martin Comerford. That's the tactic time and again from the Kilkenny puckouts. Sometimes they work, sometimes they don't. Sean O'Halpine is in. The hand pass away to Tom Kenny. Looking for reinforcements. It's John Gardner. The entire half-back line involved in the attack. Didn't produce a score at the other end, however. And that is just Cork's first wide of this first half. And it comes after 28.5 minutes of play. McGarry looking for Comerford again. This time he switches across to right half forward. He gets there ahead of Sean O'Halpine, drops it in dangerously. Brennan's in there, bounces away from O'Sullivan, bounces around to Fogarty. He's going to go! Aidan Fogarty gets his 2nd goal in this championship, and he does so in the 29th minute. Kilkenny fans overjoyed by that. Is that to be the vital breakthrough in this game? Coming 6 minutes before half-time. Well, this ball should have been dealt with a great deal better. O'Sullivan letting it bounce out, and pouncing was the number 15, Aidan Fogarty, and he rattles it to the back of the net.
Yeah, Jerry, you'd expect Dermot O'Sullivan, you know, his physical strength ahead of Eddie Brennan, you'd expect him to easily win that ball, but bounced around the square. And Fogarty, could he be the man today? That's the difference, an unsung player coming into the match. Well,
that could be a huge lift now for Kilkenny. It'll certainly rock Cork, but they conceded a goal early in the semi-final to Waterford in the second half, and they had plenty of time then to come back, and they will probably feel the same about this particular assignment. Well, Dermot O'Sullivan, I think, will have nightmares about the concession of that goal. He put his hand up to catch it, and really it bounced out of his hand straight into the path of Aidan Fogarty.
Yeah, but he still took it very well. You know, he snapped a loose ball and put it away, but O'Sullivan should be catching those or batting them away.
Tennyson's under this one. Here he is. Well, the backs are going to take renewed heart, but he's lost it to Dean. Stole it from him brilliantly. Trying to get it out towards Brian Corcoran, but there instead is James Ryle out over the sideline, and for a moment or two the Kilkenny backs will just want to keep Cork at bay. Cork, for their part, will want to get a point or two before half-time just to eat into that Kilkenny lead and maybe reduce their confidence levels. Big task for John Allen, but he knew it was going to be an immense task this afternoon. Big challenge for Brian Cody, no better man to face the challenge. No better opposition for Kilkenny than Cork. Tom Kenny. Again, it's misdirected 2 wides now in the last couple of minutes by Cork. Very interesting first half. It hasn't maybe had the flow or the fluency that you would have wished for, but then it was always going to be tight. The marking was going to be very, very close.
Yeah, but you know what Kilkenny have, Martin Comfort won that last ball over Sean Oak, which is very hard to do, but they have the options there. Shefflin here on the ball again.
Looking for another one, Henry Shefflin. That's going to the right. Carries just too much to the right of the posts. Again, the puck out's taken too quickly. And the referee for the second time is showing the notebook now to Donal O'Cusack, or is he? Saying to wait for the whistle. It wasn't a notebook. Let's go down to Marty Morrissey.
Yes, Ger, just an observation here. There's a lot of anger on the Cork sideline here over Donal Óg being pulled up so many times, but certainly when you're up close and personal like me here on the sideline, it's amazing to see the 2 cornerbacks, the 2 wing backs go literally along the sideline waiting for the puck outs. Interesting
times. Here's Tom Kenny. They try to get him out over the sideline. Derek Ling sticking to his task. Mark and Comerford as well. Niall McCarthy, who started so well, looking to get a bit more ball, but having to come back further and further. Martin Comerford, a major influence in the game. O'Sullivan comes out this time. Diarmuid O'Sullivan releasing it to Sean O'Halpine, waiting for the shoulder to come in from Eddie Brennan. Down into the middle. Cha Fitzpatrick in there, battling with Jerry O'Connor. Even Stephen in the centre of the park. Again, Kilkenny win it back here. Little easy passes out to Tommy Walsh. Nice succession of passes. James Ryle from a huge distance out. The umpires look at it, in the end decide it's gone left. So a wasted opportunity for James Ryle, who has never scored in his Kilkenny career. What a day it would be to get point number 1.
Yeah, the tackling of the Kilkenny backs, Ger, so far has been the feature of the game to me. The pressure that they're putting the Cork defenders under is unbelievable, and allowing no clearances at all to come from the half-back line.
Jerry O'Connor getting away easily from Cha Fitzpatrick. Cha struggling to get after him. There's a partial block by Tommy Welch, who was brave and courageous, but it still gets to Brian Corcoran. Out in the angle, Noel Hickey's out there as well. Looking to release it here as far as Ben O'Connor. Ben, who switched out to left half-back, having started at right corner forward. From outside the 45-metre line, that carries, it's all the way and it's over the bar. It's a 2-point game, and Ben O'Connor has got a second for Cork. 1-7 to 8 points. Well, that's come within a minute and a half of the end of the opening 35. There'll be 2 minutes of stoppage time to be played, but Kilkenny 1-7, Cork 8 points. Again, the pressure is on, and again it's Kilkenny who are winning these puck-outs. Richie Power this time. Forward here towards Eddie Brennan, checking his stride. Back it comes to Henry Shefflin. Misdirects it this time, mishit it. Easy for Diarmuid O'Sullivan. Hoot there by Aidan Fogarty, stopped in his tracks. Gets it back safely to Brian Murphy. Not a good clearance, it's a very bad clearance. And that's Derek Ling, and that's over the bar. And Cork really look all over the place at the back. They are very unsettled. The Kilkenny tactics of being in their face this afternoon is having a very, very uneasy effect on the 6 players in defence. And there's Derek Ling in to benefit and put it over the bar. A goal between them. Cork trying to fight back before the break. Misunderstanding between Niall McCarthy and Ben O'Connor, and again it's Kilkenny, and again it's Tommy Welch. Stopped this time by Tom Kenny. If Cork are going to win the 3 in a row, they're going to have to fight might and main and get the measure of Kilkenny in the second 35 minutes, and that's a big ask at this stage. Barry Kelly wants everybody back. They so rarely do. There's a temporary substitution going to be required, and it's Sean O'Halpine. There must be some blood, so he's going to have to be replaced, at least momentarily. Dr. Con Murphy taking him off down to the dressing rooms. We've already played, as you can see, 20 seconds of the stoppage time. Coming into the action there is Cian O'Connor. So they battle for it, and Tom Kenny tries to get it onto his stick. Well, it's a stalemate situation. Much of the game has been stalemate on occasions. Again, the referee will throw it in, does so very quickly. And again, it is Martin Comerford. He loves playing against Cork. Derek Ling got that point a few minutes ago. Forward again towards Aidan Fogarty. Got the goal after 29 minutes. Back here to Henry Shefflin, who's got 5